led by Vaughn is a really good defender. I think that he's probably a little bit underrated there. Southwind took an early loss in the first week of the season to a better than you think Collierville team, and people probably got Southwind ain't that good. Don't think they're quite yet. Don't think they're yet. They've had some pretty decent wins since then, and again they are 9-3. I'm sorry, 8-3 on the season. Is the inbound to Vaughn. Vaughn will shoot that short pull from there. Shot by number 15, no good. Rebound to Fayette-Ware, foul on a reach in. Ball out on the baseline. 14-9 Southwind. This is a matchup of two. One team is a 3A school. The other team is 4A. Fayette-Ware, of course, is a 3A school. Fayette-Ware is a really good program. Always has been the last couple of years. Rebound up by Fayette-Ware. No good. Offensive rebound. And he's fouled on the putback attempt. Fayette-Ware going to the free throw line after the missed three by Cash Williams. Cash has one of the best nicknames in high school basketball here in the area. Cash, only a sophomore. One of the best shooters I've seen in the area. Going to the line for Fayette-Ware. Looking to get a little bit closer. 14-10. We're still in the first quarter here. For those who just coming in, you got Southwind and Fayette-Ware here on the Memphis Shelby County Schools Game of the Week. I'm Chuck Lawson. We're gonna be doing this weekly here on here. 14-11. First quarter again. Cox driving up. He brings it back out. Looking for a ball screen again from the big 30. And the ball is headed back toward Fayette-Ware. 19-18 the score. Southwind's up. Cash Reeves taking the ball out of bounds. Going to kick it to his teammate, Corey Stanley. Long three to end the first quarter. Time running out. No good. 19-18. Southwind with their early first quarter lead going to the second quarter. Two things I've noticed so far. The pace of the game, to be honest, kind of favors Fayette-Ware. They want to play at that fast pace, give them some quick threes. Like I said, Williams hasn't gotten hot yet, but he's very capable of getting hot and making some threes. Southwind, with their size a little bit, advantage on inside, may want to slow it down a little bit, but they're not afraid to kind of get up and down as well. They have some guys that are capable of doing it. 19-18 second quarter. Getting ready to start. I hope you all got your long johns for Sunday, because you might as well get ready for it. Because Sunday, it's gonna be 9 degrees on Sunday. I'm joking, but it's gonna be like 19 to high of 30. Getting back to the game, 19-18, Southwind with the lead. Cox looking for, and the steal by Fayette-Ware, anticipating, and he misses the layup. That may come back to bite you right here. You can't miss those bunny opportunities against a good team like Southwind. It's gonna cost you 2 points, and no good. Rebound almost in the hands of Smith. He loses it. Fayette-Ware out with it. Number 4 with the ball, Colin Terry. He kicks over to his teammate. Again, Stanley's the only senior on this team. He loses it. And it's routes for the ball, and it's going to be a timeout. I wanted the Fayette-Ware to get the timeout. I think they did. Just slow it down just a little bit. It's like I said, it's kind of a fast pace. Got to be careful of the turnovers on the road against a good team like Southwind. When you have opportunities to score those 2 points, like he just missed that layup a minute ago, stuff like that can come back to hunt you. In a game that's going to come down probably to the wire. It could come out to the wire. You're talking about a game in the fourth quarter that could be a 2-possession game, 1-possession game in the fourth quarter. Fayette-Ware come back onto the floor. Yeah, it is Fayette-Ware ball. He'll be on the sideline, taking it out near the Southwind bench. I'm sure they're going to go to Stanley, the senior point guard from Fayette-Ware. Fayette-Ware turns it over on the crossover dribble. Seem to be moving a little bit too fast, Fayette-Ware. Just kind of slow it down. No need to get in a hurry. They're taking the ball out. It's going over to Terry. Shot by Fayette-Ware, no good on the 3 ball. Missed, rebound to Austin Price. Cox with it coming up. The point guard, I like what Fayette-Ware is doing. He's picking up full. He kicks over to Justin Edwards, no good. Misses the 3 from the corner. Fayette-Ware wants to run. Again, a turnover. It's got to be careful with the turnovers. That's three turnovers out of the last 5 possessions. Southwind eventually is going to cash in on those turnovers. They're eventually going to make the Wildcats of Fayette-Ware pay for those turnovers. They're going to do it. It's just the way basketball kind of works. Cox coming up with it. Fayette-Ware and man. They normally play a lot of man. Almost turnover there by Southwind. And the reach in by Fayette-Ware, it was a double dribble. Turnover Southwind. Ball going to Fayette-Ware. 19-18 ball game. I think Ron Towns is leading Southwind in scoring so far in the game. Elijah Lowe with the ball. He plays like the 4 spot for them. It's really good to be able to have a guy that can you know, even though he's the size of a guard, that can play that 4 and be that outlet guard just in case you need it. Cash Williams with the ball. He's driving, looking to get in close, misses the layup. Ball is going to stay here with Fayette-Ware after Southwind knocks it out. It's still by Southwind, but it's going back to TJ Cox stepped out of bounds. It's going back to Fayette-Ware, it looks like. Paul Edwards is asking for that call. Hey, what we doing? What we doing? But it's going back to Fayette-Ware. It's a 19-18 ball game, second quarter. Got a late start, like I said before. Lowe coming up with it, bringing it up the floor. Junior Elijah Lowe. Driving it tough, kicks it over to his teammate. Missed shot from the corner by 0. There's a 3-ball by Fayette-Ware. Like Cash Williams, 21-19, Fayette-Ware up. Kick it over to Edwards. They're looking at the post for Big Chris Smith. They're going to get him for the charge call right there. I knew that was coming. He dipped that shoulder a little bit. A little bang, bang, but can't dip that shoulder, especially from a big fella. They're going to call that. They're going to call that. Fayette-Ware taking the ball out of bounds. They look like they were going to show a little bit of length on the inbound. Here comes Fayette-Ware with it up the floor. Number 22 from Fayette-Ware. TJ Cox's ball pressure is really bothering the guard. And the steal by Cox. He gets the steal and gets fouled. That's an area of the game where TJ Cox can be very, very impactful on the defensive side. Along with Cassius Vaughn, they can put a lot of pressure on you from the guard spot. And he's going to go to the free throw line. TJ Cox started his high school prep career at Bartlett High School before transferring over to East High School, where he played well, and led them, along with Cassius Vaughn and a couple other guys, went to the state tournament last year for East High School. Lost the first game up there, but that experience, you'll never forget that experience, I'm sure, and looking to get back there this year. This is a Southwind team that I expect to be in 3 on the side of 16-4A. They came over from 15-4A, the other side with Houston, Bartlett, Arlington, those type teams, but they're now going to be on the side with the White Havens and the Centrals and the White Stations. It's going to be weird to going to watch Southwind play at White Haven and White Haven play at Southwind. It's going to be a little weird, but that's basketball. Time to change. 21-19 to score. Fayette-Ware is actually up by 2. This is a battle of 3A and 4A basketball. Coach Cheerish, for those who don't know, his nephew, Mark Freeman, played for Southwind High School for Southwind High School in his prep career. Had a nice career, ended up playing Division I basketball. Just finished a couple years ago, had a great career there. So I'm sure he knows his gym well. I'm sure he's been here several times to watch his nephew. Lowe with the cross. They kick it over to Cash Williams. Back to Lowe. Lowe is really athletic, and he goes for the reverse, but steps on out of bounds. It's going to be Southwind basketball. Still haven't got to the half yet. 21-19, Southwind. Tough bucket by TJ Cox. Tough. 2026 senior guard. Low trying to do a little bit too much. Missed shot. That's probably going to lead to 2 points. And missed shot by T.J. Cox on the layup. Could have been a little contact there, but hey, it is what it is. This is a very fast game. This is a really, really fast game. Rebound, Austin Price. He throws it ahead, but lack communication. They kick it over to the corner. Fayette-Ware still missed 3-ball by Fayette-Ware. Coach Edwards was not happy with that call. Not happy with that call. He jumped up immediately, not happy with the call. But it's going to be 2 free throws for Fayette-Ware. Number 5, Cash Williams, a sophomore guard. I think he played out at Fayette Middle School coming up, along with several other of his teammates as well. Most of the players at Fayette-Ware they come from that area. You don't get a lot of players to transfer out to Fayette-Ware that much. So they're going to build it they're going to build it within that city, within those limits. A tie ball game, 21-21. Cash Williams can really, really shoot it. I don't think he may have made 1 so far, maybe 2. He can really get going. They need to be careful of him and keep an eye out on him. Number 5 for Fayette-Ware. We got a little confusion on the floor. There's something with the score. They're pointing toward the score. Coach here is pointing toward the score. Oh, they were pointing toward, okay. Williams shooting another free throw. They only shot the 1 free throw. That's what it was. He was saying something about it was supposed to be 2 free throws. And it was. Checking back into the game for Southwind. Checking out of the game for Southwind, T.J. Cox. On the floor at the guard spot for Southwind, you got Justin Edwards. You got Cassius Vaughn, and you got Jordan Chafin at the guard spot. They're going 3 guards. Fayette-Ware's going to play primarily a lot of guards. Lowe's listed at 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". Guard height, like I said, plays a lot of 4 for them, plays big for them. But they basically, pretty much mostly guards. They do a great job. That's a tough lay, a lefty lay by Justin Edwards. Fayette-Ware coming right back down your throat. Number 4, Kylan Terry. Terry is super aggressive getting down here, north-south. It's not like east and west in this game. Justin Edwards is going to be a offensive foul here on the pick from number 24 from Southwind. 34 from Southwind. I think that's Tyrone Davis, from Southwind. 25-23 ball game. Fayette-Ware up by 2. Again, I told you this would be a great game, I believe. I think this is going to be a game that come down to the very last end, the last. 25-23. Southwind coming up the floor with it. Ja'Cory Stanley kicks it over to Elijah Lowe. He's looking to drive it against a smaller Vaughn, and I told you earlier he was really athletic, and he shows you right there. That's a bucket. Tough bucket by Elijah Lowe. I think a two sports star. He plays football as well. Edwards with it off the high screen and roll. He's going with the drive. Nice by Justin Edwards. Kind of gets a little bit underrated because of, people think he's not really a scorer, but he can score the ball. Low with it again, looking for a crease to drive, go with the spin, pull up 3 to a teammate, no good. Southwind had the rebound. He's going, nice hesitation move there by, and they called the double. It's turnover. I don't know about that one, but they saw something to call that. He looking like, man, what happened? Hands on top of his head, what happened? Next play, next play, young fella. Fayette-Ware looking up the floor. They look for Chris Smith, and they called a foul. They called a foul. It looked like Chris Smith was looking to make a pass, so they got him with the foul, though. Was it a shooting foul or was it on the floor? I think that's going to be on the floor. They're going to take the ball out underneath. Oh, okay, it's shooting foul. Smith at the line. Big Chris Smith, a 6'8", 2026. I think he'll be a guy that's going to get better once he gets to college. Not a bad player right now. 6'8", nimble. I think he'll have a chance to, definitely play college basketball at the next level. Definitely have a chance to play college basketball. He may start out maybe at a JUCO or something like that, but you could look up in 2 years or a year, and he could be a Division I player. He missed the first free throw, though. Second free throw, Cash, as in just like Cash Williams from Fayette-Ware. 27-26, Fayette-Ware leads. Again, this game is really fast-paced. There's a foul call. Fayette-Ware has one idea on their mind. They're gonna drive you downhill. They're gonna drive it. And if you don't step in front, and you're gonna step in front, you're gonna have to foul. And if you do that, they're gonna kick the shooters. You got Cash Williams on one side. Terry is being really aggressive in this first half. It's gonna stay that way, but he's gotta make that free throw. Missed the first one. Free throws are always big in games too. I don't think people understand how important free throws are in games. They can be the reason you win, can be the reason you lose. But it's still early though. Fayette-Ware at the line, 27-26, Fayette-Ware High School. The second one's good. Kyle and Terry. Cox back in the game, being hounded by Ja'Cory Stanley. Ooh, he picks his pocket like a thief in the night. Bucket by Ja'Cory Stanley. And here comes Cox back up floor with it. He turns it over. Nice move by Fayette-Ware guard. And they get looks like a travel. Looks a turnover. The same thing he did a second ago. He's looking like, man, what I do? Turnover, young fella. Turnover. Here comes Cox back with it. I know Stanley's thinking to himself, I can get this steal again. Edwards with a three, quick three, good. Justin Edwards turned it on tonight. The assist to T.J. Cox. Edwards quietly having a nice game. He's got to have at least 7 points. He three ball, the layup earlier, and the jumper a few minutes ago. He's got to have at least 7 points. He may have more than that. Got a travel call again. Got another turnover. Them turnovers are adding up for Fayette-Ware. 30-29. Again, you cannot turn the ball over and expect to win against a pretty good team, especially on the road. I don't care who you are. You could be the LA Lakers, and you turn the ball over that many times on the road, you're going to lose. Here's Edwards again. That time is short. Rebound to low. They kick it over to Cash Williams. He's looking to make a move. He kicks over to his teammate. He drives it, doesn't have anywhere to go. They got another turnover. Another turnover. Fayette-Ware got a little happy feet. Another turnover. I'm sure Coach Cheers is thinking, hey man, we shooting ourselves in the foot. We on the road. We got 1 minute left in this second quarter. Again, this is Memphis-Shelby County Game of the Week. Kicks over to Chapin, no good. Rebound to Chris Smith. Kicks over to a teammate. And it looks like Cox is going to go to the free throw line. I haven't seen Ron Towns in a while. He must be in foul trouble. Ron Towns is their leading scorer. He averages 19 points a game for Southwind on the season. the home of the Southwind Jaguars. Right there off of Shelby Drive and Hatch Cross. Now a part of 16-4A district. They haven't started league play yet. 3 ball up by Fayette-Ware. Good. Is that Cash Williams? It looks like Cash Williams. I told you can get going. 33-29. Fayette-Ware up by 4. I'm trying to see who made that 3 in the corner over there. It looked like Cash. If he makes one, he's very, very capable of making at least 3 or 4. Very capable. Southwind's gonna take the ball out on the baseline, right underneath the basket. Maybe looking for something short to Chris Smith. So they throw it to Jordan Chafin, kicks over to Cassius Vaughn. Vaughn with the shot fake, gets to the rim. Great move, great take by Cassius Vaughn. He's really, really quick off the dribble. And scored. Tough. Really tough guard. Again, went to the state tournament last year with East High School. 33-29, Fayette-Ware is up by 4. 2.4 seconds left. He makes the first one. 33-30 now. Southwind at the free throw line. Makes the second. They kick it up ahead. It was 2.4 seconds left, and Fayette-Ware missed the shot from half court. The score at halftime, the Memphis-Shelby County Game of the Week, 33-31. Fayette-Ware up by 2. Again, Memphis-Shelby County Game of the Week. Fayette-Ware up by 2. I'm Chuck Lawson. We'll be back for the second half in just a little bit. I got you. And we're back for the start of the second half, third quarter. Fayette-Ware with the lead, 33-31. I'm Chuck Lawson. Memphis Shelby County Game of the Week. We're doing this here weekly. Be sure that you spread the word. We might be coming to your gym. Who knows? Make sure you spread the word. Memphis Shelby County Game of the Week here each and every week. Again, I'm Chuck Lawson. Fayette-Ware with a 2-point lead, slight edge. Elijah Lowe driving, kicks to the corner for Cash Williams. Missed shot, rebound to Fayette-Ware. And they call it on Kyle and Terry. I guess they call it over the back call. I don't know about that one. Southwind bring it up. TJ Cox with it. Ja'Cory Stanley Garden at the top. Ball screen kick over to Justin Edwards. He leads for Cassius Vaughn. Ron Towns driving, no good. And it's going back the other way for Fayette-Ware. They're going to take the ball out on the baseline. Third quarter. Coach Shearers coaches at Fayette-Ware, been there since 2019. He has 140 wins over his first few seasons at Southwind, at Fayette-Ware. A native of Fayette-Ware played there, so he knows the expectations from the program. One-hand pass to Vaughn. Now it looks like Cox. TJ Cox. Foul. He's going to go to the free throw line. They kick to the corner and then pass to Cox, who drove and got fouled. He's going to the free throw line, 33-31. Southwind trying to tie the game up here. Missed that first shot. It looked kind of funny coming out of his hand. Missed that first free throw. Chris Smith is a huge kid. Number 32 from Southwind. Just want to put it out there. 6'8". College coaches jump on Chris Smith. Going to be a nice JUCO prospect. He makes his second one. TJ Cox, 2026 senior guard. Again, I spoke with Coach Cheers a second ago from Fayette-Ware. Always has his team in the mix. I expect this Fayette-Ware team to make it to the state tournament. I'm not saying win the state tournament. I expect them to make the state tournament this year for sure. Outside of like Kirby, who I think has a pretty decent team, I like this Fayette-Ware team though to be a favorite and make it to the state tournament. At the Glass House, they call it in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, MTSU campus. That's going to be in March. A long way from now, but not too long. It's already December. Again, Coach Shearers played at Jack State Community College with Tennessee Wesleyan. Averaged 20 points at Jack State Community College. Led Tennessee Wesleyan scoring. Big Chris Smith with the 2 from the pass inside. Southwind's back up by 1. Southwind applying a little pressure here. Edwards guard and Ja'Cory Stanley kicks back over to Elijah Lowe. Lowe at the top. Probably gonna look to drive it. Looks to drive it, forces the issue a little bit. Gets his shot blocked. That's gonna go back to Fayette-Ware. Nice block there by Southwinds. Looks like number 34 for Southwind. Looks like Tyrone Davis. Number 10 kicks it back out to Cash Williams. Back over to Stanley. Everyone's watching. He's going to pick him up a little bit. Now he's going to sag off a little bit. Lowe's going to look to drive it on the bigger defender. He shoot the short pull-up. No good. Rebound to Chris Smith. Over to TJ Cox, Monterio Cox. TJ's the nickname. Ron Towns with it. He sat down for a little while. Must have been in a little foul trouble. Great pass over to Chris Smith, and he scores it. Great pass from Ron Towns, senior guard, to Chris Smith. Smith has 4 in the quarter. Southwind established himself now, 36-33, still by Ron Towns with the leg, no good. Rebound to Edwards, no good. Missed layup. That's going to probably cost you 2 points. Over to Cash Williams, 3-ball up, and it's no good. Rebound to Fayette-Ware. He's around a tower. Lowe's around a tower. Trees right there. Over to Ron Towns. Towns gets the layup. Southwind is up by 5. Their biggest lead that I've seen so far for either team. 5 points. 38-33. Southwind kind of established themselves a little bit on the defensive end. You definitely could tell at halftime, Coach Edwards said, we got to get some stops. We got to get some stops. There's a timeout call on the floor. It's a 5-point game for the Southwind Jaguars. Coach Edwards has won a state championship, I think, in 2012, 2013, one of those 2 years. He had Jonathan J3 Williams, who went to Gonzaga, Jawan Johnson. They've had a lot of talent in the Southwind program. It was one of those places where everybody wanted to go for a while. They got the Zaxby's on the wall. I'm getting kind of hungry over here. They got the Zaxby's on the wall over there. But we got Coach Edwards, like I said, has been a staple of the high school basketball community for over 15, probably 20, 20 plus years. Coached in middle school for a while, won a few state championships. Lazy McDonald back in the day. If you don't know who Lazy McDonald is, he went to North Carolina, played for Briarcrest, but he played for Coach Edwards first in middle school. Johnny Williams, J3's older brother, played for Coach Edwards in middle school. Division I big man. A lot of history behind Coach Edwards. Like I said, one-time state title winner. Went to the state with the Mark Freeman group as well, Coach Cheers' nephew. Fayette-Ware with the ball. They looking, Terry's been aggressive, but so is Elijah Lowe. He's looking to get something going against Ron Town. He drives it to his right, kicks it over, steal. Probably should have shot that one. They trap in the corner, and you get a foul call on Fayette-Ware. They look a little unsure of what they want to do on the offensive side, Fayette-Ware. Elijah Lowe, he's been really aggressive that game, and I think when he drove it, his teammate thought he was going to shoot it and didn't really look for the pass and, force that turnover. Now the ball's going over to Southwind. It's a huge thing to be able to have 2-3 guys that can handle the ball on the floor at the same time, as Southwind has. Missed shot there, rebound by Southwind, and it's an over the back call. It's going back Fayette-Ware way. But again, it's really a luxury to have 3 guys that can handle the ball. You got Cassius Vaughn, you got Ron Towns, and you got Cox out there. Cassius Vaughn and T.J. Cox are probably two of the better 12 to 15 point guards in Memphis, and they're on the same team. That's a great luxury to have. And both of them can guard, and both of them can play. Stanley drives, he kicks it over to his teammate, gets it back. And we got a foul call. The ball's gonna stay with Fayette-Ware. Stanley back out with it. He's looking. And he tried to get Cash Williams going. He's been kind of quiet so far. I'm not sure if he shot the ball in the third quarter yet. But I think he shot one. Terry drives it, going to his right, misses it. Chafin with the rebound. Fayette-Ware they trap short corner, but they missed the opportunity for a steal. Southwind with the ball, kicks it up. Oh, missed dunk by Southwind, not good. Missed dunk by Southwind. Fayette-Ware like they had the possession, but it's probably gonna stay with Southwind, it's looking like. Cox taking the ball out on the baseline. Like we got a double foul here. Might be a little furniture moving over there. A little pushing between Fayette-Ware and Southwind. Is it getting a little chippy? I like it. This when you know it means something. Southwind taking the ball out though. Again, They're trying to do everything they can to stop that ball from going close right here on the line to Chris Smith. If he gets that target hand up and they're able to get it to him, that's going to probably be 2 points. They throwing it right, they're going right to him. And he goes to the reverse. No good. Almost went in the rim, but came out. Knew what they were going to do, though. Steal by Southwind. Errant pass by Fayette-Ware. And a missed layup by Southwind. Another missed layup by Southwind. Wow. But they do get they get an offensive rebound. And now you got Cassius Vaughn out with it at the top, number 5. Vaughn driving, great separation move. Nice move. It's missed shot, though. Missed shot by him. Ball is tied up, going back to Southwind. You gotta think these are a couple of big possessions here coming down the end of this third quarter. The game is nowhere near over. I'm not saying that, but they have to be able to get something going on the other end, Fayette-Ware. They haven't scored in a while. It's one of those games where it feels like if you're up by 10, 12 points, it's more like 20 points, the way it's going. Towns with it. Kicks it over to his teammate, T.J. Cox. Cox throws over to Chris Smith. And that's 2 points. Over their left shoulder, bump, finish. Well, actually, that bump, finish. Nothing they can do about that. Fayette-Ware doesn't have the size to really do anything with that. It's 40-33, biggest lead of the game for Southwind so far. What's the old mystical song called? Danger. It's the danger zone for Fayette-Ware. Again, it's early, third, but still, they gotta get something going. There we go. There we go from Fayette-Ware to 3-ball, 40-36. They needed that because Southwind look like they're taking the momentum of this game, but it's still only a 4-point game. Nice move by T.J. Cox there. Misses the shot, though. He got kind of caught in no man's land. Kind of a bad foul right there from Fayette-Ware. He really didn't have nowhere to go. He picked the ball up, and to foul him on that type of shot attempt. Again, I know Coach Cheers has to be thinking, man, what are we doing? We in the game. Why foul right there? First free throws up, and it's no good. Missed a lot of free throws in this game. I've seen at least 8 missed free throws from both teams. At least 8, maybe close to 10. They come back to bite you for sure. Free throws will come back to bite you. Another missed free throw. They could have been up by 6. Instead, they're still up only by 4. They can look to cut this lead down to 2. Lowe's handling it. Gets over to Stanley. Great defense by. It kind of forces the issue a little bit and gets fouled doing so. Stanley's tough. I like Stanley. He's not, out there looking to really hunt shots and trying to score. He's running his team, playing defense, solid defense, picking up full. I like Stanley from Fayette-Ware. Fayette-Ware always has those kind of, tough guards. I call people, man, they got them country boys. No good. Rebound to Chafin. They're all over Chafin. He kicks it over to Vaughn. Vaughn kicks it over to the team, to Chris Smith, and he misses the dunk. I cannot believe it. That's the third or fourth missed dunk in this game from Southwind. Wow. You cannot afford to miss those types of things in this game. This is a close game. Just get the 2 points, big fella. Get the 2 points. It's still 2 points where you lay off the rim, lay off the glass, and it goes over the Southwind. A nice inbound play. Elijah Lowe with 2 points. See, the basketball gods have spoken. It's a 2-point ball game. You cannot miss a dunk on one end. It's going to hurt you eventually. Cox with the runner. No good. Rebound to Smith. Trying to get it back up. He makes up for it. Rebounding 2. He's got 6 points this quarter. Nice rebound. You made up for it. 42-38. I'm sorry, 42-38. Nice, great pass from Stanley to his teammate and one. There's Lay on the floor. She getting wild. Fayette-Ware gonna bring the energy for sure. I think it's probably more Fayette-Ware fans than Southwind fans the game. That's what they do though. Fayette-Ware fans gonna be into games, and I love it. Nothing like going out to a Fayette-Ware game on a Friday night or a Saturday. They play on a Saturday. They be having the chili dogs, the nachos. They may even have greens at the game. That was an and one, big time. Number 10 at the line, and he cashes in. It's 42-40. Southwind only up by 2. Markevious Brown made that last free throw, 6'3" senior from Fayette-Ware. Markevious Brown. When I saw them play in the play there before the season started, I'm not sure if I saw him play that day, but he's definitely made an impact. Southwind's at the line. You got Ron Towns at the free throw line. He doesn't miss free throws like that. He ain't gonna miss. That's one for him. He's 43-41. See if he can make it a three-point game. Second shot, good. He's not gonna miss many free throws. He's one of the best shooters in Memphis. And you got a timeout, looks like, by Fayette-Ware. Coach here is giving the teammates giving his players some high fives and some things while he brings them to the sideline. Memphis Shelby County Game of the Week. We're doing this every week. Be on the lookout. Hit me up. Hit my guy, John Besto. We might be in your gym soon. You just never know. We on the road, baby. We coming. 44-41. Also, be on the lookout for something else as well. This week upcoming, this Thursday, we got the 901 Tournament of Champions starting this Thursday. Middle school action. We got some good action. We got Bellevue boys versus Elmore Park boys. That's going to be a good game. Bellevue undefeated, Elmore Park undefeated. Oh, and did you know that Elmore Park has won over 100 games in a row? They're like 105 right now. They may have one of the longest winning streaks in the country, middle school and high school. 105, 106 wins in a row. Coach Javante Holmes. Then also on Thursday, you have Elmore Park's girls, coached by Coach Javante Holmes against Snowden, who is also undefeated. Middle school, Bella Miles, Page, Faith Edgston from Snowden. They're all must-see TV. Snowden girls are really good. Best middle school girls team in the city. They're starting on Thursday. Friday, you got Hardin Academy. I'll talk about that in just a moment. 44-41. Southwind still up. He tries to make that pass over, but you can't make that pass. Steal by Southwind, and a layup to Ron Towns. Southwind is back up by 5. You can't make that pass. You might as well get that shot attempt up if you're Fayette-Ware there on the last possession. Williams with the 3, no good. Rebound by Elijah Lowe. It's gonna stay. For him to be a little bit, he's only, like I said, about 6'2", 6'3". He's in there rebounding with a 6'6" and a 6'8" in Smith. Tells you how he can get up off the floor, and he positions himself really, really well as well. But again, going back to that Tournament of Champions, you got Duncanville High School, legendary prep program out of Texas, going to be here playing against Simeon at 5:30 at Houston High School. You got Briarcrest playing against Whitehaven. You got Knox Webb playing against St. Francis out of Maryland. St. Francis is the home of Angel Reese. You guys know who Angel Reese is. I don't have to explain it to you. He's one of the most recognizable faces in women's basketball right now. But does she play prep basketball at St. Francis? They are here this Friday. They're coming over to try to help. Smith misses. They get offensive foul, offensive rebound there, what they missed, and Fayette-Ware brings it back up. They get fouled on the layup. This is not a game where you look down at your cell phone the whole game trying to find out who won the NBA Cup tonight. Because if you do, you're going to miss about 2 or 3 possessions. This game is going up and down, up and down, up and down. That favors Fayette-Ware to an extent. Like I said in the first half, Southwind can play that way, but if they can establish Chris Smith as they've done before in this game, in this third quarter, and they've gotten themselves out to a 5-point lead. That was a missed free throw right there from Cash Williams. He didn't normally done miss free throws as well. Second free throw attempt coming up. He's trying to make it. He misses both, 46-41. The same can be said for them. You can't miss those free throws again. On the road, 1 minute, less than 1:30 left in the first and in the fourth quarter. They're going back to Smith again, and there's 2 over their left shoulder. They found something there. They're back up by 7. Southwind applying a little pressure at the top, sending 2. They throw to the middle. Missed shot from the short corner from Fayette-Ware. Fayette-Ware's they're going to get it back, though. Cash Williams taking the ball out of bounds. They may look to get it back to him quick off the inbound. They kick it over to Low. Low driving, nice move. He misses the easy bunny. Missed the bunny. I think he saw big Chris Smith right there and just kind of, tried to score it a little bit too fast, missed it. 48-41. Southwind with a chance to extend that lead. Make it a 10-point game or make it a 9-point game. You kind of feel like Southwind has found something. There's a layup by T.J. Cox, 50-41. They're going to apply that pressure again. Southwind smells it a little bit. They kind of feel like, maybe Fayette-Ware is kind of wearing down a little bit. Pull up 3 by Cash Williams, and he's fouled on the 3. That's not a good foul. That's not a good foul to get a guy like him going to where you can see the ball go through the net at the free throw line. He just missed 2 free throws, but that don't mean he won't make all 3 of these and get himself going. These are some big free throws, though, because it's under a minute left in this third quarter. And the ball goes in the rim and comes out. He's missed 3 straight free throws. That's huge. It would be a 50-44 game right now if he made those 3 in a row. It happens, but you definitely need him. He misses another one. That's 4 in a row. He just doesn't look confident right now in his ability to shoot. Doesn't look confident. I've seen him play, and hit some big shots. He hit some really huge shots for them last year. This is a team that went to the state last year with these guys, with this team right here. They went to the state tournament last year. And he was a big reason why as a freshman. Finally makes one. Now it's a 50-42 game. But those free throws, like I said, they come back to haunt you. The free throws haunt your dreams at night. Cox driving it, misses it. Rebound to Chris Smith. He bumbles it, Fayette-Ware ball. Great block by Southwind on the drive by Stanley. Stanley's gotta be a little more aware right there. You got 6'7" down there in the 6'6". It's gonna be tough when you're 5'7", 5'8". They're trying to get the ball in. That's a steal, almost a steal by Southwind. 3 ball by Williams, and he makes one good. There you go. Cash Williams. He just made up for the missed free throws right there. Now it's a 5. They're only down by 5. It's going to the fourth quarter. 50-45. Fourth quarter. The Memphis Shelby County game of the week. We might be at your gym. You just never know. $50-45. Southwind on the year is 8-3 on the year, and Fayette-Ware hadn't lost a game yet. But this is probably their biggest challenge of the season so far. Wow, Southwind has played a pretty decent schedule up to now. That shot that Williams hit could get him going. We're in the fourth quarter. Edwards was out for a little while in that third quarter, but he's back on the floor, number 11 for Southwind. He was pretty good in that. He was pretty good in that second quarter. Probing, looking for a shot. Tough. Justin Edwards, tough. Up by 7, tough. I just said he had a pretty good second quarter. There's Williams again. Misses this one though, air ball. Going to Southwind. Cox with it, looking, driving it. Kicks it over to Vaughn. In and out for Vaughn. Rebound to Fayette-Ware. Ball's tied up. Cash Williams and Cox. And it's going to, where's the ball gonna go? The ball looks like it's going to Fayette-Ware. If I'm Cash Williams, you know, if your coach cheers and you're telling Cash Williams, just keep shooting. What's that old adage? Shoot or shoot. Just keep shooting the ball. That one-hand pass, though, that's a dangerous pass on any part of the floor. Lowe is looking to drive it. He is looking to drive the ball. Tough shot by him. 52-47. He's thinking one thing. I'm going to attack you down here. He's thinking one thing. Stanley applying a little pressure to TJ Cox. Nice shot by number 34 from Southwind. He hadn't really scored much, but right there off the bounce, nice, off the glass, 54-47. I'm sure Fayette-Ware wasn't expecting him to try to score there. Terry drives it. He's been quiet in the second half. He drives, but he gets a foul call there. But they're going to take it out of bounds, though. I thought he was shooting the ball, but it was called on the floor. Jordan Chafin back in the game for Southwind, number 3. That was big by number 34 from Southwind, their last possession. Be able to take it and go score like that, that's big. 54-47, Southwind leads. There's a steal on the inbound by Ron Towns, and it's good. That's a bucket, tough. Ron Towns is one of the better guards in the city of Memphis. 20-26 guard, averaging 19 points per game this year so far. Missed a game early on in the year, that Collierville game they lost. He missed that game. I'm not saying that Collierville wouldn't have won, but he definitely would have had an impact in that game that he had to play. He's been starting since, I think, the 9th or 10th grade. Nice move by Lowe, nice move. He kicks it out to his teammate. Williams is just off tonight, man. He looks off. The confidence doesn't look there. He made that one a little while ago. I thought that may have got him going, but just seems like the confidence is really not there tonight for him. They're down by 9 now. And again, you hear me say it's a whole lot when broadcasting games. This is danger zone for Fayette-Ware. You're down now. You're on the road. You're playing a good team. And Southwind's not going to beat themselves. Justin Edwards coming back, gives it back to TJ Cox. Stanley tried to pressure a little bit. Great pass to him. Did they call the foul there? If they didn't call the foul, it was definitely going to be a dunk by Big Chris Smith. It was going to be a dunk. Probably should have still finished it though. Gotta take him and put him in the rim, big fella. That would extend their lead to 11. But they still got a chance to do it right here though, at the free throw line. It's gonna be a little bit tougher. First free throw up is no good. It's still a winnable game for Fayette-Ware, but they gotta get going on the offensive end. They gotta get some threes to go down. Smith on the second free throw, good. Up by 10 now. Largest lead of the game for either team. Stanley coming up, kicks it over to Brown, Markevius Brown. Stanley looking to drive, looking for a teammate, kicks back over to Low. Low off the bounce, going to the rim. And they're gonna stay here. He's definitely trying to make it happen for him. I think he feels like these last few possessions are important. And you finally got 2 points from Kylan Terry on the inbound. It's an 8-point game. It's 7 minutes, looks like, left in this game. But it could be way less than that. Kind of tough to see. There's a layup by Southwind. That back up 10. They've gotten really comfortable in this game. They've gotten really comfortable. I knew it would just be a matter of time. They 1:30 left in the game. I knew it would be just a matter of time. I couldn't really see the clock. Thanks for my guy clarifying for me. I really couldn't see the clock that well. It's a 10-point game. What I said earlier, they still had a chance to win this game. I don't know about that one now. You still don't. 1:30 left in this game. You're down by 10 on the road. Tough. Win or lose, this is a good Fayette-Ware team. This is a good experience for them. Like I said, their first big challenge of the year. I think they were undefeated. They're undefeated right now at the moment. It's looking like their record's going to be blemished now. I've seen some strange things happen though, but I'm not sure it will happen here. And there's a steal by Southwind, almost steal, but they call the foul. Looks like gonna be on TJ Cox. He's got that, what did I do? That classic arm out, what did I do? Ref, what did I do, ref? It was a foul, young fella. But they're up 10. He's been good too. I like TJ Cox's game a lot. I like his game a lot. I like Cassius Vaughn. I like this team, Justin. I like this team. It's going to be a top 3 team on their side, maybe top 2. Central's undefeated on their side right now. You got Central, you got Whitehaven on their side, and you got this good Southwind team. They kick it over to Williams. 1 minute left in the game, and he misses the layup. Southwind with it. They get it over to Towns. He turns it over, and Fayette-Ware draws a foul from Southwind. But it's less than 1 minute in the game, and they're down by 10. It's an uphill battle. The missed free throws, I think, have gotten Fayette-Ware the turnovers. I think they'll go back and look at this game, look at the film, Coach Cheers, and he'll say, hey, we had a chance. We made some free throws here and there, a few possessions here and there, and it's a different game. You make those four free throws, and I'm never gonna blame anyone, but that's just part of basketball. 59-50, You know, those 4 free throws is 59-54 this time of the game. 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Different game, different pressure on Southwind. But now, second free throw's good. 59-51. Almost less than a minute left in the ball game at the home of Southwind. He looking to get the ball in bounds. Southwind trying to pressure, come with that pressure. Towns does a really good job of handling it. He kind of gets you know, some people say that he doesn't handle the ball well. He's, you know, more of a shooter. I'm not so sure. They get a steal though. Stanley with it, misses the 3-0 from the left wing, and Southwind is fouled. Chris Smith with a nice rebound off the 3, pull-up 3 by Stanley. Timeout call. 42 seconds left in the game. Southwind is up by 8. Memphis Shelby County game of the week. How can you have your team on game of the week? It's simple. It's very simple. You can hit me up. You can hit my guy John Best up. I call him the GM, my guy John Best, the orchestrator. Remember, Thursday, 901 Tournament of Champions, my guy, Julio, you better not call him Julio if you ain't been knowing for over 10 years. My guy, Julio Douglas, 901 Tournament of Champions, this Thursday at Elmore Park. Middle school kicks off. 2 huge games, Bellevue boys, Elmore Park boys, 2 clashes of big-time programs. Elmore Park girls versus Snowden girls. And the foul by Cash Williams on Ron Towns. Southwind's going to inbound. 36 seconds left in the game. Southwind up by 8 points. I mean, you lose this game, it's nothing to hang your head about if your coach cheers and your Fayette-Ware and the fans. It's a good showing, especially on the road. Just a couple things can go your way. It's basketball. A couple things can go your way. Trying to get it in though. This is going to be a team again in 3A. I expect them to make a trip to Murfreesboro, the Fayette-Ware team. Southwind is going to be good. Anytime you have guard play, especially in Memphis high school basketball, you got a chance. And they have guard play. 31 seconds left in the game. They have good guard play. You got Chris Smith, who's played well in the second half. You got some other, post guys who played well in the second half. This team has the makings of a team that could make a run, could surprise. Towns with it. He misses. I think I jinxed him earlier. I said he don't miss free throws. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ron. I think I may have jinxed you earlier. He missed the first one. He ain't gonna miss the second one though, Ron. He ain't gonna miss the second one though. Southwind Jaguars are looking like they getting ready to go 9-3 on the year. And Fayette-Ware may lose their first game of the year. Second one is good. Stanley kicks over Fayette-Ware with a steal. And that's been kind of like the story of the game. Turnovers at inopportune times for Fayette-Ware. They get within 3-4 in the second half. Turnover, Southwind makes them pay. They get back again between 3 and 4. Turnover, Southwind makes them pay. And then Southwind used their size. What I was saying in the game in the first half, Southwind kind of wants to play a little bit slower, especially with a guy like Chris Smith, who they could use to kind of capitalize on his height, on his size against a much smaller team. And that's what he did. I think he has at least 10 points in the second half, and that's the game. They're up by 9. That's the game. You see the fans fouling out a little bit, going to their cars, getting ready to get some McDonald's and Burger King and all that good stuff after the game. Southwind coming back on the floor. Coach Paul Edwards looking like he got, hey, I got this one wrapped up. Let me tie my shoes up real quick. Let me tie these Nikes up real quick. 19 seconds left for Coach Edwards. Got a former player on the sideline for Coach Edwards over there with Darian Gray over there, played for Coach Edwards. Went Division I, went to SEMO, Southeast Missouri. Went to SEMO, played 4 years over there. That's when SEMO had a lot of Memphis guys, Jarekus Bradley, Darian Gray, a couple other guys that were from the Memphis area, played at SEMO. Assistant coach Darian Gray, back at his home, back at his old stomping ground as an assistant coach. Also, shout out to my guy Pernell Seacrest, assistant coach over at Southwind as well. I think he's in his second year at Southwind. Student of the game. Southwind basketball, Jordan Schaefer taking it out. Trying to get to a teammate, gets to Edwards in the corner. Edwards is gonna hold, and they're gonna be it's gonna be a foul. 60-51. Very little time left in the ball game. Again, don't forget, this weekend, next weekend coming up, 901 Tournament Champions. Also, you get a chance, check me out, basketball, high school basketball rankings, arch-rivals.com. Check me out, Chuck Lawson, high school basketball rankings. See where your team comes in there, middle school, high school, you name it, I got it. Edwards missed a free throw, missed both free throws, but has played well in this game. Has played really well. Standing with a long three, and he's gonna miss that, and that should be the ball game. That's the ball game. There's the buzzer going off. Final score, 60-53. Southwind Jaguars with a win. Coach Paul Edwards is going to be 9-3 on the season now. Fayette-Ware takes their first loss of the year. Competitive ball game, as I thought. Came down to that fourth quarter, a few mistakes by Fayette-Ware, like I said, but in Southwind made them pay for it. That's what good teams do, especially when they're at home. I expect this Southwind team to be really good. They're going to be a contender in 16-4A. Expect them to be a contender in 16-4A, but I also expect this Fayette-Ware team to be a team that goes to the Glass House in Murfreesboro at the end. They're going to be right there in the mix. You listen to the Memphis. This has been the Memphis Shelby County Game of the Week. I'm Chuck Lawson. Again, we're here next week. Check us out. We may be at your school next. Until then, I'm out.